GWM Go with more
哦，出来了。
GWM Go with more GWM Go with more GWM Go with more
哦，出来了。
GWM Go with more GWM Go with more GWM Go with more
哦，出来了。
GWM Go with more GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Oh, 出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.
Hello， 粉丝朋友们，大家好，欢迎再次来到
Hello
长城
everyone,
汽车
welcome
直播间
back
环
to
塔拉
the
力赛直播
GWM
专场。
live
我是你们的
broadcast
老朋友菲菲。
for the
今天呢是
Taklimakan Rally.
2025
I'm
年
your
环
old
塔国际
friend
拉力赛的
Feifei.
第一个赛
Today
中
marks
休
the
息日，
first
主
rest
要呀
day
是为了
during
给
the
车手们一个休息和
2025
缓冲的时
Taklimakan
间，进
International
行身体
Rally,
的调整和
primarily
前几日
intended
赛
for
程
the
的总结复
drivers to
盘，
rest,
并且呢为后面的赛
adjust their
程做
physical
计划。
condition,
虽
review
然
the
车手们在休
previous
息，但我们的
stages
直播
and
间可不
plan
会
for
停
the
播哦。
upcoming
今
ones.
天呢，我会跟大家一起
Today I will
回顾一
take
下
a
前5
recap
个
of
赛
the
事日的
first
赛
5
段情况，以
races
及
and the
长城车
performance
队
of
的
the
战绩表现，
GWM
并
team,
且呀，
and we will
重点介
highlighting
绍
the
昨天
ranking,
SS4
the
和
rankings
田
of
河赛
in
段
this
的成绩
days.
排名。除此之外，我们还会把
And
镜
we
头
will
给到我们
connect
环
with
塔现
our
场的小伙伴
on-site
晶晶，
reporter
他来到我们的长城车
Jingjing
队
at
车
the
手呀，进
Taklimakan
行一个采
Rally.
访。
We will
请他们来给
interview
直
the
播间的朋友们
drivers
分享
from
自己
our
与赛车
GWM
越野
team.
的故事，
They will
科
share
普一
their
些关于
stories of
路书
off-road
和赛事规
racing
则的小
with
知
our
识。
live
感兴趣的
audience
朋友记得不
and
要走
provide
开，锁
some
定我们的
insights
直播
into
间。
road books.
从5月20
So
号上
stay
午
tuned
开
and
始，
keep your
长
eyes
城
on
车队
our
的车
live
手们已
broadcast.
经经历
Since
了
the afternoon of May
SS 月亮
20th,
短道
the
排
drivers of the
SS1
GWM
分
team
速大
have
峡谷
competed
赛
in
段
the
SS2
SSS
阿拉尔赛
Moon
段
Short
SS3 科平
Track
赛段以及 SS4 和田
SS1
河赛段。 总赛
Wenjun
程里程
Grand
呢已经达
Canyon
到了
Stage,
877公里。
SS2
有
Alice
些
Stage,
粉丝朋友可能对前几
SS3
段的这个赛段的情
Kerping
况已经
Stage,
不太记得了啊。
and
今天呢，我给大家
SS4
来简单的回
Houghton
顾一
River
下。
Stage. covering a total distance of 877 kilograms. Some fans may have often forgotten the details of the early stages. Let me give you a recap. It was 21 kilometers alone, featuring various complex terrains such as Gobi deserts, sandy roads, and shallow riverbeds. Although this stage was relatively easy for the drivers, serving as a warm-up to let them and their vehicle to better adapt. The Taklimakan landform and the climate, it still poses great challenges. On this track, the drivers have to adjust their vehicles, familiarize themselves with the track features. As a race resource will also affect the starting order for later stages. The SS1 Wenqun Grand Canyon stage is a special stage of the 2022 rally. The Tianshan Tumor scenic areas, the stage passes through the snow-capped mountains, canyons, and grasslands. But it's also a tricky special stage, range 130 kilograms. The starting section is fast-paced, followed by complex water-damage routes and rocky surface. Drivers will also navigate through many dangerous signs, river channels, and narrow downhill areas. The SSR area stage is a new addition to this year's race, ranging 467 kilometers around, including a special stage of 114 kilometers. It passed the heart of the Taklimakan Desert, marking the first large-scale entry into desert in this year's rally. As a new stage, it features varied landforms as soft land, very high demands of navigation and vehicle control. The coping stage is a long-distance special stage that combines challenge with beauty, totaling 655 kilometers, with the car category required to complete 334 kilometers. It passed through Baitu Mountain Valley, Yuyin Tower, and Basubasika Cell scenic area in Keping Country. Before the race starts, we travel through winding canyons with flowing water and descent area, where magnificent scenery coexists with complex landforms. After 40 kilometers, the track exits the canyon and the transition to a relatively flat, high-speed section, but then enters a landscape with extensive water damage, risky rocks, and dust everywhere, especially in the deep areas after 138 and 230 kilometers. This strait crosses Gobi areas with crushed stones and narrow water crossing valleys. It poses a test for car control and driver stable mindset skills. With the conclusion of this SS3 curbing stage, the 2025 China Rally has officially entered its longest and most complex stage. Yesterday's just concluded river stage, ranging 246 kilometers, marks the first stage of the Hotu region in the 2025 Taklimakan Rally, and the last stage before the mid-rise break. The T2 production category vehicles engaging from GWM differ greatly from our conventional understanding of rally cars. Normally, rally cars like those in the WRC mostly feature a production car share, with the engine, transmission, suspensions, and other core components independently. But for the T2 production category in this rally, racers are required to use original factory's engine and other core components. Even in such limited modification range, our GWM team has showed strong competitiveness in the first four special stages. Here are some impressive results. First, let's look at the performance of our Desert King. Driven by racer Zhang Yang and navigated by Car 205 won the SS1 stage production field category champion. The car completed the entire stage, and Car 205 set a new track record with a time of 5 hours, 31 minutes and 35 seconds, winning the SS3 Coping Stage Production Field Category Champion. The SS3 stage saw V6 firepower Sabas T1 race cars and impressively fit. Also outperformed four-wheels drive race cars. He has secured a hard trick in the production field category and now is in the T2 production category. In the new energy category introduced this year, our GWM team has also shown greatness in off-road. Driver 巧徐 worked with Liu Xuyuan, drove the time 300 high to win the T2 production category in the SS1 stage. Time 300 driver Yao Wenqing and his partner Zhou Ringbing won the T2 production new energy category in the SS2 stage. Are you all excited just hearing about these achievements? I noticed a word that appeared like frequently, champion. Whether it's the TR production field category or the new energy category introduced this year, our GMW drivers have overcome all difficulties and prove its champion status. In yesterday's SS4 stage, the GWM team continued to perform strongly. So our repair-timed 400 race car also led the pack to the finish line. Everyone also witnessed the strong support of the GWM, even facing such a serious accident. We also repaired the car without affecting drivers' performance in races. In yesterday's stage, the Chang team is 400 high 5T and Yao's 305 high 5T also finished first and second respectively in the T2E category, showing the powerful strengths of tank models in the Taklimakan Rally. And the Taklimakan Rally isn't just a competition of speed and skill, but also a golden place of human spirit. Besides the situations in the stages and the impressive results, there are also many stories among our drivers during the past few years. The drivers of the GWM show were true off-road spiriters, combining both the toughness of warriors and heartwarming stories. Like in the first 3 days of the race, Champion Yao, driving the tank 300 high 40, consistently helped out their vehicles for 3 days. This led many drivers and fans for nickname him Desert Lei Feng. Many people even joking that Captain Yao should wheel out car doors shut, believing it would improve his performance. Captain Yao's philosophy of safety first and competition second highlights the unique mutual love and support among our off-road community. The tougher the road, the deeper the friendship. That's our shared experience among all off-road people. Captain Yao's action embodied our GWM team's spirit of no brothers, no off-roading. Where results and ranking are important, they are not a priority. We believe that when we reach the N39 desert stage, where Captain Yao excels, he will deliver an even more surprising performance. So the car can be fixed, but running away from the case is never an option, said the driver, holding the GWM team's belief to the end. Sun Xiangyan, aged 40, and her daughter Ma Xin, born in the 2000s, formed a rare mother-daughter team in the history of the Taklimakan Rally. The mother is an experienced female driver who has completed the Dakar Rally, while the daughter is an emerging newcomer In 2024, they completed the race and ranked among the top 35 in the single stage. Despite being female racers, their performance on the rally track was also impressive, proving the same that the Taklimakan Rally is not just a battlefield for men, but for the brave. Okay, so now let's turn the camera to Jingjing and listen to the driver's stories. Hello everyone, welcome to the new viewers and the car people joining our live stream. I'm Jingjing, the official host from GWM. Today is the 25th hour rest day, so we are not racing today. Instead, I will take you to chat with our drivers and navigators. Let's stay with the familiar case. Our Yao.
Hello everyone, I'm the driver Yao Weixiang, also known as Captain Yao. I'm driving the number 217 Tank 300 Hybrid. Now let me introduce myself, Navigator Lee. Hello, focus in the live stream. I'm Yao's navigator, Zhou Renbing, also known as Xiaobing. After these few days of racing and teamwork, Yao and I have developed a very stable understanding.
As far as I know, we received the results of the episode stage about 5 minutes before we start broadcasting. Our Bing and Yao team achieved second place in both the production category and the production new energy category with the car we drove. Also, now we are ranking first in the overall standing, is that right? I feel like this has overturned my previous perception. I used to nickname for Bing and Yao's team as Desert Leifeng for 3 rescues. I want to ask Bing, are we here to complete or to rescue?
Yes, actually, I've been doing off-road racing for 11 years. And rescuing has become a part of me because I know a lot of people. Many may not know understanding my first rescue. They might ask, why did Yao go for this rescue when organizing committee had their own rescue team? Was it just for show? That's not the case. I came here to compete. But during the race, if there is a follower or some other emergency, I believe rescuing is part of road racing. The race is just one aspect of it. That's how I see it, so if you ask me what I'm here to compete. But if I encounter a follower or someone injured in the future, I will still step in and stop the car.
I'm not sure if Yao agree with the team Desert Leifeng for your team. I know that as being what key things about it. So how do you feel about these several rescues?
Yao will help anyone in need whenever he sees them. But yesterday, I made a big decision. I saw Polaris X3 UTV waving for help and wanted to go over. But I stopped him. It was the 4th stage and we couldn't rescue them without any injuries. We came here to compete first. I said, let's go, we're not rescuing. If there were indeed injury, we would have stopped it, including me. I would definitely stop if there were injuries. But in yesterday's situation, if we continue the race in all stages, we wouldn't have stopped because the scores would widen the gap. We are moving towards standing process and striving for the overall standing. That's all simple.
Indeed, it's about the urgency of the rescue. I understand that if there are several casualties, and there is no doubt that we must rescue. But if it's just, for example, getting staggered or something, our drivers and navigators might be able to handle it themselves. In that case, we prioritize race.
We provided rescuing in each of the 3 stages. I remembered very clearly the first stage. It was count number 166 with T plus sign. right? Yes, he told me that he didn't realize the rescue was so difficult. It took nearly 100 meters to drag the car out. It didn't come out the first time, but it did not the second and third attempts. He thanked me and said, "Yo, I really appreciate today." I said it was no big deal, just dragging out the car for a few minutes. He said if I hadn't rescued him today and he hadn't got out, he might have to abandon the race, right? Why? Maybe the viewers in the live stream don't understand. In Taklimakan Rally, there's a rescue team. If the rescue team helps you, that means you really receive maximum penalty of 10 or 11 points. Plus additional 10-point penalty, it would make it very difficult to catch up.
So the time gap will already be large.
Another example, each stage has a maximum allowed time based on its length and difficulty, say 8 hours. The penalty for exceeding this time is heavy, ranging from 15 to 25 hours. If you don't finish them within a specific time, you will receive them the maximum penalty. Once you receive that, it's almost impossible to win the championship now. If you are in the live stream or watching the video, you might be asking, "Yo, are you here to rescue or not rescue?" I'm here to race, but I always believe the rescuing is an integral part of road racing for me. I don't rescue, I won't be able to drive well in subsequent stages. I believe that I encounter someone needing rescue. It fate. It meant to be that I'm supposed to rescue them. That's how I see it. The maximum allowed time was 8 hours with a penalty of 25 hours.
Like yesterday's track, the maximum time you could take, I understand it is you must come out within 8 hours, exactly. If not, we add 8 hours to your time, plus your penalty time. That's how it's calculated. During these 8 hours, our drivers and navigators, in pursuit of time and speed, actually don't eat or drink, and they don't even go to the bathroom, afraid of having a mouthful of water to keep their mouth moist.
You see, yesterday's difference between me, the track champion, and the second place track champion was just 1 minute. 1 minute could mean the difference of just a few seconds for the overall championship. Time is important. Too many rescue can disrupt the rhythm. For example, rescue 2 cars in the first stage, 1 in second stage, and in the third stage. Even I didn't rescue him, he couldn't continue. Wow, his engine broke. It was 2-wheel drive Camaro. It crashed into another car during the stage. The Camaro's engine is in the rear, right? During the collision, the engine was damaged and couldn't start. He wasn't stopping other cars, trying to get them to tow him. They were all in the race, so it's normal not to help. It's their job to race. Helping him is kindness, right? Helping him is a favor. That's a situation. When he without help, I asked my teammate if we should help him. Because we were there, could I say no? It seemed like no. For his 3 stages, he was a navigator waving for help in the road. I said we should help him out, but at that time, Zhou Hui told me to take out my phone and started recording forehand helping. So when I cut up, I started filming and then helped him. After helping him, we pulled his car. It wasn't that his gear was broken. He was in the wrong gear. We pushed it forward, and his car started. Then we moved forward actually. The organizing committee would have cared if we helped or not. But we saw it and helped. I understand that Yao's intention was to help. I didn't think too much about it. Regarding the time compensation for helping, this was my first time participating in this competition. I didn't know about such a rule. When the referee was helping a car 166 during the first stage, he said he would record a video for time compensation. But we did spend over 20 minutes helping. so it was fine. However, when we went to appeal, the referee team only added 4 or 5 minutes aside. There was a situation like this. For the later stages, if there was no risk of driver overturn or any life-threatening danger, they wouldn't give time compensation. We understand that, but I said I don't care if you give the compensation or not. If I need to help, I will help. Even on not a significant safety hazard risk to people's lives, I would probably abandon the race. My team wouldn't blame me for that. People come first, right? We can't just ignore someone who was overturned. The UTV overturned and it couldn't get out. What happened to come across it right in front of us? We had flipped over and he was stuck inside. He didn't come out until later. And then he said there was a fuel leak. Yao, he said, can you help me steer my car?
Actually, my next question was whether it's worth taking the risk of withdrawing from the race or wasting today's time to rescue someone. But after hearing what Yao said just now, I think there's no need to ask that question anymore. To sum up, the true champion of the Taklimakan Rally race is the spirit of mutual help.
Yeah, I think that Henry also advocates that idea of mutual help among teammates or even competitor. Even if you're rival, I think the rescue is always a part of rough road racing. It's connected. If you see someone seriously injured or their car overturned, I think no one would feel good about it.
Currently, I can say that I have a deep connection with the Tank 300. From the first oil version to the current one, I've been driving it for a long time.
Currently, I can see that I have a deep connection with the Tank 300. From the first oil version to the current one, I've been driving it for a long time. I have a good understanding of it. We'll reach a certain level of understanding. That's why we haven't encountered any issues so far. When I need to go fast, I go fast. When I need to go slow down, I'm definitely slower than all other cars. Some people don't understand and say, I'm not driving aggressively, but I see even the G3 can break down. Every car under reasonable driving condition needs to adjust its speed and heading based on different road conditions and compositions. You can ask Xiaobing about our pace. Alright, our pace is much slower than many of the track champions. Why do I say it's much slower? Because you drive a way that's extremely protective of the car. Protecting the car means it will stay intact throughout the race. If you drive too fast, a small cliff or pit can damage your car, and you will be out of the competition for over score. That's why we keep a slow, steady pace. I think this is the most reasonable way to run a rally race, taking it slow and steady.
The next question is specifically for my teammate Xiaobing. In previous stage, including this one, we've noticed that there are many desert sections, especially when the cars ahead keep out a lot of dust. The navigation requirements are quite high.
Actually, this is my first time navigating in such a big race. Yao and I both know that I used to compete in races. Now my role has changed. If Yao were driving and I were still competing, I probably couldn't achieve today's results because Yao has a better mindset and a bit impatient. If I were driving, I might have broken the car. I tend to step on the gas too hard. So this is the best way. It's important to have a good mindset. When we need to speed up, I remind him to go fast and to adjust the pace when necessary. When he's driving, I can clearly understand our race situation. That's how it is. Yao instead flawless, both in controlling the car and its mindset. His beyond approach was learning from, including myself. Next, let's get him back to the car. Why do I dare to drive it aggressively, even in extremely desert condition. Some time ago, we had a topic called Desert Flying Tanks, where I lead 5 cars to fly together. Many people doubted that the car had modified suspensions or something, but in fact, we didn't even change a hub, not even their tires. Why? Because I've been driving tanks for years, and the stability and the rigidity of the chassis are deeply ingrained in my mind. My confidence means I have the courage to do it. So there's no doubt about the rigidity and stability of its suspension system. The flying car is not just for show, it really flies, and it lands without damage. That's what provides its capacity. As for the 300, I know it well and can handle it with ease. I feel like we have good chemistry. To me, the 300 is like a brother. In my heart, it's a truly capable model with added power. At 408 horsepower, we only downside is a hybrid. It had a battery pack, making it a bit heavy and a bit challenging to handle. But every coin has 2 sides, right?
Okay, alright, my next question is, now that we've moved to looping camp from Daim, how do you find the overall difficulty of the track in Hutam? The difficult part is that section. Can I be honest?
I can handle any difficulty, because I've been off-roading for 11 years. But we often race in the desert. Our profession is teaching and leading rescue missions in the desert. So we are not afraid of challenges. But it's really tough. You know, I drove in the SS3 and my back was killing me because of the electronic race seat. It's not that you're afraid of exhaustion, but it's just really challenging, pushing to your limits. But we are not afraid of difficulties. It's just that duration too long. You're moving forward in pace step by step.
Indeed, let me tell you about the specific schedule. For a long track like this, we'll probably return at around 9 or 10 p.m. It doesn't mean the day is over. We'll have to attend drivers' meeting. After all the drivers and navigators finish the meeting, we will have another internal meeting. At that time, I'm not sure if our drivers can sleep, but I know exactly who can't sleep, the navigators. They have to make their own route books and study them after getting back. The next morning, probably around 6 or 7 a.m., because if we start early, it could be around 8 a.m.
That's right, it's quite challenging. But I think it's also very meaningful anti-tower rally. It's truly on par with the Dakar rally as one of the most difficult rallies.
For the next track, let's wish our Yao and Xiaobing good luck. I know that even though it's a rest day, they will still have meetings to attend. Thank you both very much. If you have the chance, please come back to our live stream and chat with us again. Alright, thank you. Okay, now I will take you to see which drivers is available now. Now, or we can chat with them now. We can walk over there. Look behind you. You can see this row of cars. Although today is a rest day, we are all still walking here. It's because from this real rest day, we can do some relatively major modifications to the cars. And for our cars, we are doing a major overhaul. Not just a feeling, but a real overhaul. After we finish the overhaul, we will tighten them up. Now we've come to our second car. This car has been appearing in our live stream quite frequently these past 2 days. Alright, come this way. As you can see, every driver is still busy on site. Whenever we encounter our KOC teacher or any of our technical teachers, we will chat with them. Hello, could you briefly introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm a tank user and also TikTok blogger. My name is Off-Road Master. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, as consumers, our main. Okay, what's your overall impression of our team performance this time?
It's been fantastic. As consumers, our main focus is on mass-produced vehicle. We want to know more about the one we are buying.
It's okay, keep going. It doesn't
I
matter.
want to know how the product you are buying are performing. And this time, GWM used mass-produced vehicle for the entire race, right? Yes, it's been fantastic. Really great.
Indeed, we participate in the P2 category this time, and the requirements for the second category are actually quite high. The T2 category means we are only modify our safety features, such as installing roll cages and perhaps changing the glass of outlet.
As required by the race, some modifications were made to enhance safety, but the overall engine, transmission, and other components remain untouched. I think that's a major concern for consumers. You mentioned earlier that you're a tank user. Honestly, I already bought one before this race. Also looking forward to the hard bridge model coming out next year. I will definitely buy more in the future.
Which team or race segments from the early parts of the race impress you the most?
It was Yao's team, Rescue. I got to know what Yao team means when I wished everyone have fun and enjoy the Taklimakan Rally. It's about advocating the spirit of sports, road racing. Also, when Pumping's car was Hitley's car.
Yes, I didn't expect it could also continue competing. The quantity is truly outstanding. And it's not just that he was able to finish the race and continue competing. So as I mentioned earlier, yesterday's race, Yao's car was the second place in both the production category and the production new energy category. So who was the double first? It was our Tank 400. We just got results before the broadcast started, just a few minutes ago. It was a double first in both the production and the production new energy category. Honestly, I didn't even expect it to be on the racetrack the day before. Yes, we went to the starting point for the live broadcast and interview. At that time, I wanted to ask Lee. I was hesitated. I thought it would be great if I could sing in front of the car at the starting point. So among the stages you've been paying attention to, which one impressed you the most?
Honestly, there are many people who impressed me. Another one is Liang Bo. Liang Bo and Mr. Liang is 71 years old. I was saying yesterday I made a wish. I hope I can still be driving a tank and doing off-road racing like you when I was 71.
Yes, Liang Bo also hopes he can still do off-road racing when he is
that's
80.
great. I wish him all the best.
Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you can continue to pay attention to GWM cars in the future. Please cheer for us when we do the first lap around Taiwan. Thank you. So you can take a break now. Did we just mention the Liang Bo? Okay, Liang Bo, your navigator, where is Mr. Ku? Now, let's chat with Liang Bo first. You can start things we're using a 1-2 setup. Later, when Mr. Tu comes, we can switch. So many people may know Liang Bo. I can say he holds 2 records. One is that he's the oldest participant in this year's Taklimakan Rally. If Liang Bo doesn't speak, who could guess that he's a 71 years old racer? Another thing I know is that Liang Bo and Mr. Ku are probably the longest-serving partners in our racing circle. So we can say they are the most royal partner in the racing.
Yes, in our village, you've been partner for 13 years now.
Yeah, 13 years indeed.
Over the past 13 years, we're growing together. He started as my navigator, and I joined gradually. My team has a unique advantage. Our navigator can drive, and I can also do some navigating, especially in conditions like yesterday's stage with heavy dust. If I felt tired, we'd switch, ensuring we had enough energy to ensure we could at least finish the race.
Yeah, do you remember which stage I was really worried about you? It was the Kunming stage a couple of days ago. The one with over 300 kilometers. I saw many younger racers coming off exhausted and dehydrated. As we mentioned earlier, we couldn't eat or drink during the race. How did you feel after completing the stage? It should be over 600 kilometers in total.
We've done stages over 610 kilometers and even 800 kilometers in a day at Dakar. It's all about regular training. Besides, I treat Taklimakan Rally as a physical checkup every year. Before Taklimakan Rally, I wonder if my exercise throughout the year has been effective. If I feel good during Taklimakan Rally, it means my exercise has achieved its purpose.
Yes, you knew why Liambo treats each Taklimakan Rally as a physical checkup. I remember you participating in Taklimakan Rally for about 10 years. So this is the 10 times, but actually there is a little episode that you don't know about. Liambo injured his waist last year.
Yes, I had a lumbar spine surgery last year. I feel like it's going well, right? Absolutely, I didn't run last year, that's right. I couldn't run because I had a surgery on my lumbar spine last year. But when I saw this news, I even thought Liang might be saying goodbye.
Yes. I didn't expect him to come this year.
Actually, I don't think it's time to talk about the success yet. We're not even halfway there, right? There's still room for improvement, right? It's not about the room of improvement because it's a marathon, right? Actually, it's actually run away before with no traces. It's less than half marathon, about a quarter. Having 1/3 more means a long and arduous journey ahead.
Earlier, I mentioned that you and Mr. Kuru are the most enduring CP in our racing circuit. Did you have great understanding at the beginning, or did you also go through a period of adjustment?
It's impossible to have tacit understanding at every beginning. We just love to see a little quarrel between two people. The mutual understanding comes from arguing after every match. Then we have an agreement that once we argue on the track, no one should lose their temper, stop the car, okay? Take the helmet off, smoking, eat chocolate. It's actually the best way to ease emotions. Let's all calm down. Isn't said that when a couple argues, they should calm down first. Don't make decision blindly. I will calm down first. And at this point, you will definitely improve.
Okay, later I will ask Mr. Cole in every call, how do you feel about it?
If he resent, he could not work as a mediator. Right. This also means that the understanding between me and our smaller client is very through. Everyone is on the same channel. And on this channel, we engage in mutual communication. I believe the core of communication between people is empathy. When it's appropriate, I will consider things from Liang Jing's perspective, and Liang Jing will consider things from Liang Ber's perspective. That's why there's no obstacle we can't overcome.
Yes, even if two people get along well at the beginning, it's impossible for everyone to always be on the same page. There is always a period of adjustment. Was there a particular event or race that made you think, okay, this is a partner I'm sticking with?
It happened gradually without us realizing it. Whenever we talk about participating in a race, it always is Jingjing's running. I'd ask Jingjing, are we running today? How to think about it because it had become habit. It's the first choice. If we don't agree, we seek other solution.
Speaking of which, I want to ask, did you not finish the race last year? Did Mr. Ko finish it?
He didn't. I don't know what he's thinking.
Mr. Ko would think, I'm sticking with Liang Bo. I'm just waiting for Liang Bo.
You can check the list for last year, Mr. Ko. He really didn't run. You could check the list.
I'll ask Mr. Ko later. Another thing is, I know you used to drive to gasoline-powered car, and you participated in the T1 group quite often. This time is a completely new time, switching from a gasoline-powered car to a new energy vehicle, and then switching to the T2 group. How do you feel about the whole experience?
The challenge was much greater. I consider myself a newcomer this time. I've never raced in a manufactured group before. Its biggest character is that it takes almost double the time compared to the first group. For example, when I finish in 3 hours, we need 6. It's a much greater test of endurance normally. I can finish in about 3 hours, but now I have to endure for 5 or 6 hours, which definitely consumes more of my energy. That's one characteristic. The secondary characteristic is that the new energy vehicle operate very differently from gasoline-powered cars, and they're also heavier due to battery pack.
I checked your social media, and many people said that a 7-1 user engaging in Taklimakan Rally isn't a burden for you, but rather an advantage, because you have a more stable mindset. Do you agree with that?
I'm really afraid of becoming a burden to everyone, that everyone will hate me. That's why I'm striving not to be a burden to others.
Checking your social media platform earlier, I found that you made a video with teacher Wu Jing a couple of days ago. So what did you guys talk about? Did you encourage others to exchange experiences?
While Wu Jing talked about the Liang Bo, it was my first time hearing about it. What should I pay attention to? I told him to take it slowly.
Liang Bo said, even though you're a wolf, you should run slowly like a rainbow wolf. I can run slowly. And Taklimakan is actually not just competition for me. It's an old friend to meet.
我们08年认识的新疆的志愿者，08年到现在多久？我第一次跑环岛的时候，这已经17年了，我们就认识了。新朋友也有啊，吴京不是新朋友吗？那是您的新学生。就是新朋友、老朋友都在通过环塔这个聚会，咱们平常可能1年都不见面，但是在环塔我们就见上了，是吧？它虽然它肯定是一个赛事，但是它还有其他的意义。 对我们来讲，就像我们中国人的春节一样，春节的意义是什么呢？就是环塔的意义，就是我们环塔的意义。然后接下来我还有一个问题，哎，寇老师，我还想说我要跟寇老师一起问一下，我发现寇老师交流完不在了，找一下寇老师。来，寇老师，哎，寇老师，老寇，交流完了，寇老师，我想问您一个问题，谢谢。
Hello, just want to ask you a question, a quick question, 2 minutes. I'm not going to talk about the chorus. I'm going to how you.
Yes.
这个如果要记仇的话，就不可能在一起10几年了嘛，是吧？就是看谁吵得赢，吵不赢嘛。
It depends on who can argue. I won't bully old man.
So because of the last year injury.
新的这个车手跟领航之间的这个配合，我觉得在这个比赛当中会有问题。我也不想出太多的问题。二一个，去年也是因为我的原因，我也这头有点事儿，所以没来参加。
哎，说的还挺委婉。刚才我跟梁博，我们俩还猜，这是寇老师就认准梁博了，除了梁博不合作其他的车手了。
没有，去年其实也是有因为一些家里事耽误了，还有。
Because some family stuff we don't stop it.
也没有来，
So he didn't come.
事实就是没有。
So the fact is no.
我一直跟我说，你去查表，我真的没有来。寇老师。
I wouldn't check the list.
如果让
So if you have to use a descriptive form to describe each other, which one
We
will
don't
you
need that.
use?
We have been cooperation for more than 10 years. We are the friends and they're also relatives. Same feeling.
So thank you very much. So I just get a new question just come up to me. So is there any difference when you work with younger racer?
Sometimes I feel he have too much energy, even much better than the young guys.
所以对这种长距离的比赛，我们也会分配的这个很好，体力分配的也很好，就是不会体能这一块好像我们没出过什么问题啊。
We don't have any problem about the energy.
梁博那个，我觉得梁博2年之前自己不是还自学那个路冲吗？我这一看，哇，这体力比我强多了。梁博
Well, I think Liang Bo's strength is much better than me.
是他现在都有那个腹肌这些，我们是没有的。年轻人现在哪有这些？
不太好给大家看，但是现在有腹肌。
Even the young guys don't have
腹肌不太行，胳膊上的肌肉，哇，这个太牛了！这个来，我们的这个老师请给我个特写，谢谢。
So here come to the pictures shoot. You can see the muscle here. So if any younger racers think he can outnumber Liang Bo, just come. So this is outstanding. So did you have any strategy?
No, we don't have. Come back to dine to have dinner. That's our purpose.
如果我们每天都可以回到大营吃饭，最后一天的时候，咱们的成绩也不会差。
We won't have a bad result if we can have dinner in dine every day.
So you just particularly after Mr. Gold come. So now, thank you very much. Don't bother
Thank
me
you.
again. No. So this is my first time to see Mr. Ko come to an interview. So we make reservations of several races. So we can talk about some things. So every room we can actually check in and see what they're doing. So besides our competition, everyone is care about the motivation to the cars. So our teacher and technical teachers will share their experiences, the problems they met, and the overall situation. So we just randomly interview somebody. Let's just say if we can bump into some navigator. Two 202. This is a rare condition. So let's just give a brief introduction. This is our father and son combination. So the son is the driver. The navigator is the father. So compared with other races, I would like to ask, two people just him and this ordinary CP pattern is still different during this process. So if we encounter any conflict, what should we do? How to solve it? So did that set the laying on your identity as fathers? So actually this is our live broadcast room. We need to go and chat with everyone for a while. Okay, so we make a phone call with this one.
Okay.
Okay, hello dear.
Hello， 大家好，我是猛龙的。
Hello, hello.
我现在上来一个感觉，这也太帅了，脸也太小
I
了。
will come up with the one I feel like is too handsome.
就是你看啊
Your face is too
您
smooth.
跟这次您的比赛是领航员是您的父亲，我们的这个何伟老师，就是跟父亲。
So our teacher Hawaii is correct. It's about working with my father, collaborate with other navigators. What's so different about it?
Actually, from a work perspective, it's the same. But as a father-son relationship will definitely be more competitive or cooperative.
或者说赛车比赛
So wherein you see for many people, the Taklimakan Rally or racing competition is a relative dangerous thing.
是何伟老师有觉得说那不行，太危险了，就
So it's just Hawaii thinks it's not acceptable, too dangerous. Have there been any conflict just because of this?
Oh, actually not, because I was born in the academic class since I was young. Just a go-kart team. And then when I go through the equation, and because I used to work in an off-road vehicle fleet as well, so in fact, there's no conflict in this aspect.
哎，来，正好，来，您二位挨着，因为我
Hey,
我
come
得
just
问
like you. You and I are sitting next to each other.
我得问一点。
So I knew that some questions. I can say about the discord between father and son. Can I ask you a question? Did you have any arguments or similar issues on a regular basis? Because we know in the entire process of racing, it's our navigator, it's our driver's eyes guiding him.
After all, he has been here for so many years. He started training at the age of 6. At that time, I was quite rebellious. It's also normal. It's not called rebellion either. Because after all, I'm studying and working, or in the daily life, we are together. Well, then there will be definitely be conflicts. So as a child, enduring such a great training pressure, even so, he will definitely lose his temper. I must be rebellion, we call it right.
节奏快了一点还是要慢一点。他说：“你放心吧，他说爸，这个事情我感知得到。他说我觉得
I said, I
这个车
think
是能应付的。我说是，你说的很对。
I can deal with
你
it.
后面还有这么长的赛段。我说我们肩负的重任不是在开车，是不是？我说肩负
I said our responsibility is not drive.
全村人的希望都
I
在
bear
这儿。
responsibility carrying many missions for the entire
然后你
village.
看，刚才我问了就是子江老师一个问题，因为赛
So I just asked a question from Zijiang because of the Taklimakan Rally, especially. It's indeed quite dangerous. It was the first time at the time he expressed his desire to participate in Taklimakan Rally.
确实有点危险性。
So you have the inner turmoil.
但是我觉得一个小孩子，一个年轻人，我觉得需要。
It's a bit dangerous indeed. Well, it's also very difficult. But I think a child, a young man,
而且当时
I think we need this kind of environment to exercise ourselves. A man is also driver, or it's okay.
如果说不跟我在一起，跟别人在一起，可能我也会更多的担心，因为我毕竟。
Or if you don't want to be with me, be with others, maybe I will also worry more. Because after all, I have been here for so many years since 2005. I still have experience of towering. We still have safety awareness. And to be honest, now it's national level competition.
其实专业的赛事比在马路上玩
It's okay.
多了。
啊，专业的赛事其实
Wow.
比马路上更
Actually, professional competition is much safer than playing with cars on the road. Professional racing cars are actually safer than on the road. Of course, it's because of its competition. The motivation of the car looks like what you see: the roll cage inside, a safety seat, helmets, racing suit, highly demanding, including automatic fire extinguisher.
然后还有一个问题，接下来的问题是我想问子江老师的，因为大家都知道您去这个
Okay, so I also want to ask
子
Zijiang.
那您这一次呢去驾驶
Because everyone knows you were this at the beginning. We also talked about it earlier. Are you from a karting background? What about you this time? You drive our Harvard Rapids.
超出我的预期。
Road of Gerby and gravel manipulated beyond my expectation. He's very obedient, that car because it's a non-load bearing body that add modification of this strength after pairing with very good tire. Gave me great confidence. It can be controlled at high speeds. That means sliding those are very, that means it's referred to directionality.
您看啊，新生代的车手
The new generation of drivers, as a new generation of drivers with our father. This kind of hurt a teacher or driver. So I'm already in my 30s. I feel like my energy and physical strength really can keep up with yours. We include in our daily lives. Everyone will feel there is generation gap. These two generations of drivers will have different approaches to off-road driving.
Oh, that's what I should say. As a professional competition, actually, we're either looking at the dishes. What's the difference between the two generations? So in the current competition rules, it's completely different from the current vehicle upgrades. At that time, our driving style is different from now on. At that time, we are basically not professional drivers. So now I'm working as a professional driver. But unlikely them who started training from a young age. So now they are truly professional drivers, this generation.
Then, would you have taken our car back then? It should be like you, 20 years ago. This experience of driving off-road vehicles to share with teacher Zijian.
Of course, in fact, we are in our daily lives. The topics of discussion may all be cars. Well, in this regard, we often communicate about the driving unique where that's necessary. That's due to various reasons. Our kind of driver style, there must be different between them. Because they're professional trained. We found it ourselves.
They must be completely different, right? When I remember the division of labor between the two before was actually not like this. You used to be a driver and Zijian is a navigator. So what was the decision made this time?
So he was sitting in the passenger seat at that time. So later on, he has grown up now, has won many championships. So of course, he's qualified to make decisions. Up to Deputy General. To its me and Deputy Generals, many people can tell that the leaders is very important, to be honest. In competition, a long-distance rally race, both the driver and the co-driver are actually important. And we're also in the same stage. For example, there are 10 stages around tower. Here's the driver, but it's possible that I can also drive. That's not violation. This is possible. I will open a second stage. He's sitting in a passenger seat. His opponent is also in a passenger seat.
Sure, we're the entity of a driver now. Thank you that's our father-son pattern. As our driver and navigated, will they be more cohesive than other groups, the entire academic alley? Sure, have you ever been any conflicts that have erupted before?
To be honest, we came to compete like we came to work. That makes sufficient preparation before we come, because this is a common occurrence for us. So regarding this car for certain role need in responsible to manufacture requirement.
So the whole competition, you two are partners, and I always ask how many years have passed. So just like Zijian, the professional racing tech ever since the true path of professional competition has been around for about a decade.
I have about 15 years of experience. Has been participating in island tours with since middle school or junior high school.
Well, I didn't expect that because in the beginning, you have the ability to attend elementary school without any problems.
At that time, he was the youngest. The driver who participated had the longest time.
So, during the previous training or competition process, have there been any conflicts if two people, their idea is inconsistent?
Many times at time, they are constantly adjusting. There's always been a contradiction. Now it's a mature. Now I can say that I am also starting to adapt to him.
Our final question is, if you were to describe it in one sentence, we are essentially a father-son family. During the spirit of the rally, what do you think he is?
Actually, our family group, we're the home of racing cars. Racing is also a related job for my sister-in-law. Wow, I hope that our generation just talk about He Zhijian's child. We're also engaging in this industry. So we took on a role called the home of racing cars. Understanding because of a racing sport, its continuation is not through a generation. It may need 2 or 3 generations, especially the equestrian sport he plays.
Where I'm laying down, can we get a good grades? So now, particularly, we live stream every day. It will give everyone a similar lesson. Rally and Formula, the big difference between the two of them.
Let me explain to you. It's professional now. It is divided into more than 10 stages. So every day we see this campsite from here, departure to the start point of the competition. Then it's driving route. You can't break the car during the process either. While you break down the car, you won't able to depart from the start point or participate in this competition. This is the first point. The second point is special stage in our competition stage. The competition track is divided into Gobi Desert, or maybe it's the first desert, soft sand. Every day is composed to different and road painters. There is probably one that is at least 100 kilometers or more. Let's have a track difficulty easy. Then you need him. You have to be with his designated time. Complete this competition in the shortest possible time for yourself. Wow, that's why you can't be the forehand of time. And after you finish the competition, what about you? You need to drive this car back to Dane. You can go back to the camp after finishing the competition. You can break down during the process. You won't be able to finish the entire, so it's a 3 pair. It's a long distance competition. That equation is different. There are many equations. It's natural.
Once the ranking is done, it will be placed at the front.
It's a prioritize the stability. Yes. The main focus will be the Raptors.
So I think it's a very happy thing. Well, we see and meet you at the receiving stage session. So thank you very much. The fans who support the Great Wall. Okay, thank you very much. Now we hope to have video on our live classroom. Let's continue talking to everyone. The tanks. After discussing tanks and Harvard. Now, of course, we need to talk about our actually. Mr. Yang, please sit next to me. It is because you took a prize. So that was the day before yesterday. So notify me what medal it is.
Because everyone knows that we have finished the entire stage. That's a state champion. We are also known as a gold helmet state champion, and each group who has the shortest time, who is the third class champion. Now, while how many groups are here now claim it's just a T2, which means T.1, T.2, and T.3. This is a professional group, and there is a T.2 production team. The mass production team is T1.1. The T2.1 will belong to T2.1. Well, it's a mass-produced gasoline group. And then there is the T2, T.2.
So only these few groups can win the champion in this competition. So let's introduce yourself first.
Hello everyone, I'm from Fujian. Then my TikTok account is called Fujian Tank. And then I am a Tank 300 owner, also passionate about off-road hobbies. and I often enjoy long-distance self-driving activities. And yesterday recently came to participate in this event of Taklimakan Rally. At the competition venue, I saw the teacher John scanning run out of the finish line, obtain first place multiple times. So we're particularly excited. When I saw his cannon come out with a particularly exciting shout, I shouted excitedly on my video. Did you know that, especially you guys in the video, I can't see this on set. What a powerful feeling. It's really exciting on site, and then tracking can be said. I completed over 300 kilometers after finishing the race. We have to drive over 100 kilometers. More than that, actually, they spend their days, as far as we know. They said they only sleep for 3 hours. I haven't slept several days in a row.
Yeah, indeed. So previously, we were in contact with various car teachers, racers. So we have the entire stage for over 10 days. Actually, there were only 2 days off.
Look at what our brother just said about him. As soon as we came out from the finish line, particularly excited. We feel inside the car. How do we feel inside the car? Just me and my navigation little white classmate, the two of us. I saw it waiting for us at the finish line. We're particularly excited. At that time, I was tired again and again. That is kind of high happiness. You see, every time I came out, as soon as I see you get off the car first, you can see keep drinking water. I had a can of Red Bull of Teacher John as soon as possible because they had been on the track for a long time. Long distance, no time to eat. I don't have time to drink these things. They are very severe. The trace track of the roads are very harsh. Plus, there's one thing I don't know if I can see because I was live streaming and finished line yesterday. Why did the result said I waited until Teacher John said out of the racetrack. At this moment, I am particularly excited. Why this was so impressed? It's not working on the track anymore. Mr. John's car is up, down, left, right. It's no problem actually. So everyone must believe what they see. And a lot of people ask the people in the broadcast. What I will only say is Teacher John's car. It's complete race safety. So I can tell you how difficult it was yesterday's race track.
The most expensive car in the entire venue. That car is not meant for everyday use. So actually, according to the theory, these various safety factors, including others, is reasonably to modify them for those restrictions. But he even overturned that one, so you can imagine the difficulty of yesterday's racetrack.
Look at this and Tianhe. It stays around the Taklimakan since it was 2-2. Since especially Taklimakan Rally Tower and its Tianhe circuit, it has been always hailed as a devilish stage. However, it is because of this. We didn't see the obstacle at that time. It was too late to brake. It's test ability of navigation, also test adaptability of the driver, and you also have to take care of yourself. Once a little indulgence occurs, or maybe a car overtakes you, there's a car ahead you want to overtake. Your nightmare is there.
I just mentioned that many people may think that we have road signs or something on the truck. But Mr. Bai today didn't come over, so I was thinking we can show everybody around our road book. So when it is a time they show one that guidebook is like a map.
Take this road car. Is the road book still there?
Yeah, is the road book still there?
It's inside. How to say that? Hetian River is a big river. And now what about the track we're on? It's called the New River Channel. It also had an old river channel in Hetian River. The sand in the Taklimakan was already eroded. Regarding this is a magical place of nature. What about erosion? The river naturally changes. Well, a new river channel has been directed. What's the difference between a new river channel and an old one? When the water is scarce, it only have a small stream left. That's just what I told my brothers. It's in a time of the scarce. The river surface is very flat. The road conditions are good. And what about its river? Don't we talk about a small river during the dry season? Turning left and right to follow the shape of the river, various type of fogs. I can't see it. You are far away, can't see it with your right eye. You are very fast. Then you approach this small river ditch. I suddenly noticed a danger in front of me lying through.
So this is, I think it may also be the attractions of the Taklimakan Rally to everyone. So the names are all different and it's very thrilling and exciting.
From the beginning of the Taklimakan Tower Rally, talk about our event organizing committee, the Director M. Yeah, I come to the scene yesterday. I saw that. I saw a T1. Actually, what did Teacher Zhang said, that's all true and appropriate. When you heard what Teacher Zhang said, you can feel the competition scene. What's going on yesterday? There is a T1 race car, two female driver. The sister Hua didn't controlling the accelerate and brake properly, and then rush into the river. So, what the Mr. Teacher Zhang said, all things is true. And the organizing committee has very strict to the design of the track. That's why there is the road book, why there is the EMB, why there is the navigator who sends the road book every day. The committee signed everything. You get an accident, you have the responsibility for that. And the driver didn't grasp their rhythm well. He is at this point in every danger while making our road book and coins. And then it's about finding your hiding spot, finding a dangerous spot. After that, the danger point is that distance is about 500 meters. The horizontal corner open up, then while the horizontal angle is open, navigator will report the road condition to you. It's going to be slow. Until yesterday's fourth stage, Well, this was because yesterday's track, almost there are only 3 exclamation marks. I talked to 老白.
Speaking of this, I have a special question for you, Mr. Yang. We need to drive slowly, and we need stability. So he must be the person, old slow, old stable.
Oh, this is... what about the first one? How should I say this? Fast. Everybody know fast. Step on the accelerator, it's easy. But slow, they need technical. How to slow down is just both of a road vehicle and driving off the vehicle are the same. You are the one who manufacture and drive off-road vehicles. His philosophy is the same. Off-road driving is slow. Driving off-road vehicle also requires slow pace. You only learn how to be slow, you can be fast. Because of off-road driving has to be both fast and slow, right? It's on a safe road when it's fast. But when it's slow, it's a dangerous road. Well, while you're moving at a fast pace, good navigator, I will give you a report, or through your personal experience, you say, the road conditions are not right. How can you slow down the car? And then I often talk to my student because I am the coach of this driver, teaching this race driver.
So I can just get it. We are pursuing it too quickly during this process. For example, I have an accident. It's better for us to take this slow. I can bring calmly and steadily.
Every time you overcome every obstacle, you control speed while it will reduce car damage.
So here is a lesson in our broadcast. So it's something that everyone often sees. It is a transcript. What's the situation of happening?
Every morning at departure time from day, the place we're currently staying is called Dane. While it's depart from Dane, go to the state there's time requirement. I have time to ask you to report. I have time to request you depart from the main camp. If we talk about Huangzhou, here's a yellow flag. There is a clock in the middle. While you go to report at Huangzhou, you make an analogy. You went to report at 8:30 this morning. You're good at this convey. Everyone is ready to get in the car. All equipment is ready. Drive to Huangzhou. What about after Huangzhou? The export day.
So in the process, so are there any time penalty?
Let me briefly explain a few things to everyone. You say one is starting from the campsite. You start from the campsite as soon as you left. You set off from the campsite. 2 hour stage. In this special stage, also known as true starting point of track. He set a time for you. The design time for you is sufficient and ample. And then after reaching the starting point of track, he will ask time for you. You must get it. You will still need to report according to that point. Even if it's too early, it's not possible. It's not possible to be late either. Punish everyone. If you exceed, then start from the track. What about after we set off? After the track starts to departure, there are many points there. All mandatory pass points we call it key point. Or this key point is all right.
So do we have to make signs when we get there? So it's like it's a bit like when you're playing games back then. The feeling of seeing that goatee.
Well, if you didn't find this point, you won't find the next point. It's very hard. One last point is 1K point, penalty 15 minutes. There is a problem with the car line, the car racer, navigator, and other racer. They are the participants of the competition between them, can rescue each other. Well, we can help each other. No external force is allowed if you were audience or member. You came here.
So I have the impression it's me in the desert gate stage when interview you, and then I said, "How we find the Accord car?" And then my on-site director kept following me all the time. So that was the first small skills I learned on my own.
Yes, because we have to achieve it. We arrive this neutral zone. What the point of reaching this is a real receiving area. After we cross the neutral zone, arrived at the pickup area. We parked the car. People can get off now.
So another question, like Mr. Yang, as a racing driver, we won't say much in view his charm. As a not like a normal person, do you think the charm of the Taklimakan Rally, or rather the attraction of the circuit driver?
What attracts us to Taklimakan Rally, I will follow my personal feeling. I feel it's pushing the limits of our vehicle, while it's not the limits of our racing driver, the limit of a navigator. It is making effort alone, but we need a team, entire team, including the coordination between the racing driver and the navigator, and also need our mass-produced car, our tank can, including tank series, Howard series. There are three major components. Original factor, many mass-produced cars this time, our tanks. So, its quality level after these few days, it's already the S stage 4, the Gobi Desert, all kind of stages. So you can see our JWM cars. Quality is relatively reliable, including yesterday 2 Dream Dragon.
So actually the race competition is one of the guidelines for the quality. So the track is used to taste the quality of the car. If you still want to learn more in detail, I hope everyone can continue to pay attention to our Taklimakan Rally. So, here, bye everyone.
好的，感谢车手们为我们带来的分享。相信
Okay, thanks for every information.
这个环塔赛场上的小知识点是非常的有趣。
So I think everybody is interested in the information just in the Taklimakan Rally. It is a 282 kilometers SS5 and C stage.
为我们带来的前线报道，辛苦了。 粉丝朋友们，这里是长城汽车直播间2025年环塔拉力赛直播专场。环塔拉力赛的整个赛程会持续到6月1号。长城汽车直播间每天都会开播，你们的老朋友菲菲也在这里等候着你，跟你一起直击最新最前沿的赛事情况。经过简单的休息和复盘后呢，车手们即将迎来难度系数更大、地形更复杂的赛段。明天车手们将迎战的是全长282公里的 SS5沙海老兵赛段。 这个赛段包含了沙漠、岩石路、河床等地形，而且还会经过大片的胡杨林。在沙海老兵赛段上，高速砂石路就像一台路面切割机，会不断地考验着轮胎的抗切割性和底盘的抗冲击强度。而软沙沙丘呢，则需要四驱系统能够毫秒级 分配扭矩的一个响应，以及自适应悬架系统来保障赛车的脱困能力。这对赛车车辆的性能和车手的意志力来说都是相当大的挑战。让我们一起为长城车队的车手们加油鼓劲儿，预祝他们乘风破浪，再上巅峰。 好了，今天的直播就到这里了。粉丝朋友们，记得关注、预约长城汽车直播间，我们明天不见不散，拜拜。
哦，出来了。
GWM, go with more. GWM, go with more.